Hello and welcome back to Stardew Valley. And sorry, we are on day 25 of spring, year 2. Let's check the weather. And it's going to be sunny. The fortune today is neutral, okay. Living off the land is just something. Can't bother reading all of it. Do we have anything in here? No. Right. Water that. All right, we got billed because we fell asleep in the middle of our farm. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff to, like a lot of stuff to harvest. Now, there is no reason to do any planting anymore because there is no crop from spring that goes over into summer, and there is no crop that is quick enough to grow in 3 days. The quickest one is parsnips, which is 4 days. And I think that is as quick as you can possibly get, unless you use like speed grow fertilizer, which cuts 1 day off, I think. But we have now, sadly, the animals are out. So let's see if we can interact with all of them. Maybe we can. Yeah, I think that's all of them. I think. Anyway. Let's go and pick up a bunch of stuff. And then head out again. We should look into upgrading a few things. And oh, there's a lot of harvesting today, apparently. A lot of harvesting today. Do we have any? Don't think so. Put that one there, and I think we will try. It's Thursday today, so we need to remember that soon we need to go and take care of getting the iridium sprinkler from Krobus. The question is, do we have any of them laying around, or no, we need one more in here to actually get all of this place filled up. Let's see, we should use these star fruits to make more seeds. The quality of something when you put them into a preserve jar or a keg doesn't matter. So if you need to make seeds, taking the ones that is of a higher quality first is actually better. So for example, if you have a bunch of gold star ones and such, it is actually better to use like the silver and gold to make your seeds from. I did think there was too few of the eggs going into mayonnaise makers, so driftwood is actually a really good gift for Leia. So keeping driftwood is actually not a bad idea. If we then make, say, a gift one over here and we make it something like pink. Alright, starfruit. Since we didn't have any of those over here, we should put them in here. We don't really have anything in that place to make use of it, because we can't fill all of it, and I'd rather stock up a bit first than doing oh my god, why is word so hard just today? Whatever, I completely forgot what I was trying to say. Sorry, my brain is just way all over the place, apparently. Making words not really want to come out as I want them to come out. There we go. And let's toss this away. Right, we have a goat milk laying around, which we need to there we go. And let's see if we can check this place in here. And then I will see if we can do some maybe some slight exploring. So we do need to get seeds, so we might have to do that first. I should look into making more seed makers because that will speed up the process a lot. Let's see what we need for a seed maker. We need wood, coal, and gold bars. Yeah, let's make at least one more. Seed makers are actually quite quick, so you technically don't need a massive amount of them. And wood 25 if I remember correctly. There we go. So yeah, as long as you have something like somewhere between 2 and 5, you should have all the possible seeds you need. So yeah, as you could see, it's actually quite quick. It's just that the more you have, the quicker it goes. But I would say that having more than like having more than like 5 is not desirable. I would try to keep them in as a low number as possible, as you can get away with. And it sort of depends, because making seeds this way requires you to have a crop, but you will get more seeds than crop you use to make those seeds. So you shouldn't need that many to get way more in plantable seeds, and then when it grows, harvestable crop. So but yeah, it does take you quite some time to get enough seeds that way. So buying seeds is not a bad thing. I would probably say that for the greenhouse, actually making the seeds yourself is something you want to look into doing. Whereas outside, the amount of seeds you need is going to probably take forever if you want that amount of seeds made. Though with more seed makers, it should be possible to get a lot of seeds very, very quickly. However, it's going to cost you quite a lot of resources. Because, and yeah, for example, say that you make, you calculate and you see that, okay, I need like 10 seed makers to make enough seeds quick enough to get the quantity I need and the time I need, and still have left time left of the day to do other stuff. And that means you're going to spend 250 wood, which is fine. It's not that much, but still it's not a small amount. And then we come to really expensive stuff, which is 100 coal, and then 10 gold bars, which still, with a bit of grinding down in the dungeon, shouldn't be on the gold levels. It should be very easy to get 10 gold bars, but still, it's resources, and then you need space for the seed makers, and I usually just buy the seeds, because especially for outdoors, and then I have something like 2 to 4 seed makers depending on what crops I use in the greenhouse, or how complete the greenhouse is. Yeah, we gathered quite a bit of wood. That's nice. Let's see if we have the rest. And it seems like we do. One thing we need to do, which we have not done for some time, is actually close for the animals. So finally it's closed there. And we should sell that. Alright, we need to go to Gunther as well. That's something we could do tomorrow. And then we should... Here we go. We should have some coffee to pick up tomorrow. And let's see. Community center, we only have the bulletin board left. And we have delivered a few things. Red cabbage, I can't remember if it's summer or fall. I think it's fall for the red cabbage. Regardless, we will have to get one of those. We need a duck feather and aquamarine. The duck feathers we get quite often, so just a matter of time, and then we need to bring it in. Nautilus shell, I'm not sure we have. No, we do. We just need to turn it in. Okay. And Enchanter's Bundle, we need some kind of wine. And then we need a rabbit's foot and a pomegranate. Oak resin. We can basically get all of this at any time. Do we have any grapes? We have blackberry. Oh, no, we have grape. We have a grape. Good. That means we can make a simple wine, which is actually really, really good, because that means we can turn in something which isn't the most valuable thing. It says wine, so it can be anything that is classified as wine, which means melon wine, any kind of wine, regardless of the ingredient to make the wine. As long as it's whatever something wine, it's eligible to be put into a slot for this person here. And then we need oak resin, rabbit's foot. Rabbit's foot, I'm not sure. I haven't seen one. And it might be that we need to buy some rabbits to actually get this. Pomegranate we do have, oak resin we have. Wine is on its way, so it's just rabbit's foot. And this one we can finish at any time. Maple syrup, fiddlehead fern. Which is available at certain times in the forest. I think it's during summer, but we'll see. Then I need truffle, which means I need pigs. Mackerels and fried eggs. And yeah, the thing with the bulletin board is that you only get friendship with them. There's nothing else as a reward. Now, I do want to do it because it means we will finish the community center, which will bring you a few bonuses on its own. So off we go to day 26. Here we have our earnings for day 25. And onwards to day 26 of spring, year 2. We have 2 days left after this. And let's see. The mountain lake has been kind to me lately. I'd like to share my good fortune with you, Linus. And we got a catfish from him. Oh, interesting. It might be that you get that your second year, so you can turn it into the community center if you don't fish, for example. And right, we have some stuff here to pick up. And yeah, it's inevitable some of the fertilizer will be regardless of what I do, it will be wasted, but yeah, it's what it is. So what do we do? Let's go down and shove this in here. There we go. Bunch of stuff. The preserve jars and kegs and such take a really long time, and that's why I really want to that's why I really want to make sure that when we actually get something from it, it's as much as it could possibly be. The problem is that it's very expensive to actually be able to fill one of the sheds out. And while that isn't, well, it is too bad, it's just that it will be kind of lacking unless you can fill them out, because yeah, the preserve jars take the least amount of time and kegs take the longest amount of time. It does depend slightly on what you put in, but for the most part, it is mostly dependent on if it's a preserve jar or a keg. Let's see, we should put one of these eggs away. And there we go. Fried egg. Can I make mackerels? Yes, I can, but I need rice for that. Okay. And seems like all of this is just fine. So let's go down to the gypsy, and then we will head to Krobus, and then we are free to do whatever we want. It's really not yeah, it's the gypsy is very the traveling merchant or gypsy, whatever name you use, is very random in what she has. Could be something super good, like insanely good, but it could also be something that is just meh. It's or something which is bad, not only bad but also expensive on top of it. So it's like, even if you had too much money to even care what you put your money into, you still won't do it because it's such a bad deal. But yeah, let's see. Get a bit of hardwood. It's this forest has 6 stumps, each stump giving you 2, therefore 12 hardwood when clearing it out, and those stumps come back each and every day, so you can get quite a lot of that stuff very quickly, but it is quite tedious to do, because 10 days will give you 120. And 20 days will give you 240. And yes, it's not a small amount. However, it's quite a long way to go for 12 each and every day. But if you need hardwood, like you seriously need a lot of hardwood, then there's no better option, really. And that's also one of the reasons why I would advise against using hardwood when making fences, like making a hardwood fence. I would advise against it because you're going to need a lot of fence posts, and they cost you 1 hardwood each. And you can't use wood fence because it degrades, it gets destroyed over time. And stone fence is just the same. And I think it is wood fence and stone fence is the insane thing, I think, is that wood fence deteriorate quite quickly. Stone fence deteriorate a bit slower. Iron fence is one of the slowest, but still deteriorate. And the hardwood fence doesn't deteriorate at all. So, yeah. It's a bit silly, but it's what it is. Let's go and talk to Krobus. Spend 10k, something like that. I think that's what it is. Yes, it is. So we have that. And what we should do now is to run off to the museum and give Gunther this new reward. Collect rewards. Warp Totem Farm. Okay, that's actually a really good warp totem, because it means that regardless of where you are, you go back home immediately. I would probably say that that's the best one. But warp totems are quite expensive. Which is one of the reasons why I usually don't use them. Because, yeah, they can be quite... they can be quite expensive to use. If you're going to make them yourself, of course. If you don't, then just use whatever you get through the game, then fine. But yeah, if you're going to make them yourself, be prepared for quite a lot of materials disappearing into making them. There we go. That should be all of that. Whatever. The animals are... Whatever. It's a Friday. I don't think I can go to Marnie and do anything like buy animals, but I think I'm a bit too late. Yep, I'm too late. Ah, too bad. Okay. Whatever. I think she closes at, yeah, 4 p.m. Shoot. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but it's what it is. Nothing else to do there, so let's go and... Cockle is a fish. Sure, let's sell this, and this. Right, we should put this in there. We will... I think it should go in here, but I might be wrong. The kale. Yep, that's where I put them. I don't want to open up the spreadsheet or anything just to... or open up the wiki or something just to see where they're going to be most useful. Usually you can check if it's like if it is like fruit or see, yeah, fruit. Yeah, usually fruit and some vegetables. Are what you put into, for example, hops is something you put into the kegs to get pale ale, which first off produces really quickly and earn you quite a lot of money. And so yeah, that's one. And then pumpkins, which is a vegetable. is most useful to make pumpkin wine, which sells for a ton of money. And then it's mostly just fruits. Because most vegetables is in kegs. Is most useful in kegs. So that's a rule of thumb, like kind of rule you can use to go by instead of having to check the wiki for each and every single one of them. But yeah, there are some exceptions and such, but I would probably say that even if it doesn't really matter that much, because it's actually very few which is so much better in one over the other that it would actually play a big enough role in your money making that it would actually impact you at all. So what you could do as well is take two of the same and have one keg and one preserve jar in sort of a testing area, and just put the same crop in one in the keg and one in the preserve jar and just check. It's going to be not going to be as like finished in the same amount of time, so what you need to do is wait for the keg one to get finished, because the preserve jar is quicker, so that one is going to be done first. So what you need to do is then wait until you have one of each, and then pick them up, sell them at the same time, and then you can compare and see which one give you the most money. And that way you can also see, okay, this one gives you more money in preserve jars, or this one gives you more money in kegs. That's a way to determine in the game which one is better. However, it's going to be time consuming. It's going to require a separate keg and separate preserve jar for each and every crop you want to test. Did we check the weather and such? I think we missed that. There's somewhat mildly perturbed today, but that's fine. Yeah, so we missed. I actually didn't check. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. One, two, three, four, five, six. Here we go. We have cloth. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring all the stuff that I have with me to... So I think what I'm going to do is, with the time we have left of the day and the episode, is to see if we can get all the things. We need one of these and one of these. We need one of these. We need Nautilus, we need... The wine is going to take a while until it's done, so... right, pomegranate as well. We need to go and get one of those. We don't have a red cabbage. That's fine. We actually have a duck feather, so we can take that. Nautilus shell. Let's put this away for the time being. The fried egg we can go in and get. Apples, right? We need apples. We need a pomegranate. And yeah, it's the red cabbage that's missing from there. So we need pomegranate and apples, and we need 3 apples. One, 2, 3. And then we need a single pomegranate, and that should be it. Is this all done? Yes, it is. Okay. It's pickled parsnip. We need 30 something of them. I should be able to manage in time. I just need one more and off we go outside. There we go. And we don't have much time left. Sell that. Put that over here, and that should be as much stuff as we can put in, actually. And alright, the fried egg, the egg. Otherwise, I will forget. If I don't actually get it in here, I will forget it. Let's hope the dog doesn't... Okay. I was a bit afraid that the dog would block us from getting into bed. It has happened before, so yeah, I was ready for the dog blocking us. But anyway, let's sleep. And there we go. Almost 13k. That is not bad. And yeah, the pickled parsnips is what actually brought us the big bucks. The duck mayonnaise and cheese did bring us a lot. We actually got a lot from the forage as well. And a bit from the oyster and cackle. So yeah, it's 12,993 gold, which is quite good. We have 2 days left of spring. And when summer comes around, that is when the big money-making season is. There is going to be a lot of blueberries. Without a doubt, we will have a lot of blueberries. And we will have a massive amount of melons. And many, like, we will have everything, but a few select ones is going to be in quite big patches because, yeah, that's what's going to bring us most of the money. But for now, we are going to have to say thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.